ThunderCats!
Thunder! Thunder! Thunder!
Hey, how are you? I'm Larry Kenny, the voice of Lion-O, here today for my good friends Ryan and David. You may know if you listen to the podcast Radical Retro Rewind.
I love it. All of it.
Radical Retro Rewind.
She even looks older.
Likes my art collection?
Yeah, we've heard that one before, Mummy.
What is it? I heard him shout.
Oh yeah, ThunderCats! Ho!
Who you calling a hoe?
Welcome back, Bunglers, to another episode of ThunderCats Reviews, brought to you by the Radical Retro Rewind podcast. As always, I am your host, Radical Ryan Hunter, here with everyone's favorite brother, David.
That's me.
And our returning guest co-host and friend, Zack. Hello, Zack.
Hello.
We are continuing the end of ThunderCats, as we've been calling it. It's so sad. These episodes were on the schedule. I'm so glad that you wanted to do these ones, because I was just telling David off camera. Spoiler, I really liked both of them a lot.
Yeah, they were really
They
good.
were like really good episodes.
They are good. They're very season 4, and I think, I'm not sure about Malcar, but Helpless Laughter I know is kind of divisive. Some people really enjoy it. Some people see it as sort of, like the things that, that they don't like about the series as it went on, like the ways in which it got sillier are very evident in parts of Helpless Laughter, and it's sort of, is sort of emblematic of that. So I think it's a little divisive, but yeah, I like it too. And Malcar is a weird one. I'm excited to talk about it because it has some really fun things about it and some really strange things about it. I actually don't know that when I think about like really good episodes, I actually don't think of Malcar. I think it's just okay. I don't want to like give away my number of hoes just yet.
He's not putting all his hoes on the table.
I agree with... See, I liked it because it was entertaining, but I don't think it was... Like, I agree with both of you. Like, I liked it because it was entertaining and it was different. And it kind of... How do we put this? In this season...
Yes, the
was
line...
definitely different and much more entertaining than... some of the other
Frogman. He wants to say Frogman. I know it.
I do not want to say Frogman. Don't you speak Frogman's name.
Herky. No.
But that's what I think that's where my thought process is. I was much more entertaining, and it was there was some moments.
And there's some sort of moments in these episodes coming up that I could totally see.
And there was actually a moment where yes. There's a moment with something that is said about the sort of omens too.
One of the other things that is so special about this month in particular. Well, actually, there's 3 episodes of ThunderCats this month. I just realized. We're starting with the bonus that happened 2 weeks ago. This week, and the last week of... I want to say, is it the last week of December? No, it's the week of Christmas. We are going to have a special ThunderCats holiday treat for all of our bunglers. And it involves our beautiful friend Zack here. He's playing Santa, and he is coming to visit us.
I'm coming to town. That's right.
He said Santa is coming to town. Santa Zack.
No reindeer, just an airplane. But yeah, I'm going to visit the Retro Brothers, and we're going to have a little bungler holiday fun.
I'm so excited. This will be our first meeting, really. Me and Zack, this is the first time we'll be meeting.
That's true.
And you're going to bring the ho, ho, ho to this ho.
Oh my gosh, our biggest ho of all, evidently.
I remember when I first met Ryan, I was like, oh wow, you're really tall. David, are you also really tall?
David's taller than moi.
Okay.
I lost some inches when I had a neck surgery a few years ago. I lost a lot of inches. So David's even taller.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
So
Thank you very much.
I'm going to be the teeny one.
It's going to be the Giant Tours. Is that what it was? The Giant Tours? But actually, what's extra special about this is we're going to be filming this. We don't know what style, whatever it's going to be, but we're going to try to bring you some kind of a Christmas bungler special for that week. And it's a celebration of our last season of 1985, a celebration of friendship. Look at this.
Yes, absolutely.
How many years have we been doing this now? I started listening to you during the pandemic.
I was going to say,
holy crap.
This started from the pandemic.
2021, and I think we recorded for the first time in 22. So it's been almost 3 years. It'll be excited to get together and celebrate not just our friendship, but all the bunglers.
It's a throwback to the days of the old holiday specials too. That's what I'm picturing in our head. And it's just going to be a celebration, like Zack Zack said. A celebration of friendship, a celebration of the Bunglers, and a celebration of all these seasons of ThunderCats.
And I still want Charo.
And Charo might appear if we can get her.
Gucci.
I did see her free at Mohegan Sun many years ago, so it's possible.
And we have Talking Stick here, so maybe
maybe we could. Maybe we also have, which I send Zack all the time, Fire Rock Mountain Casino. So the Fire Rock Mountains have become a casino in the instrum of what happened last.
Here we go.
Gentlemen, should we get into our episodes? Because I'm sure we got a lot to say about these ones.
Oh, yeah.
We begin with Malcar, September 15th of 1989, possibly. Season 4, episode 120. Mumm-Ra summons Malcar, an ancient alchemist, to return from the dead. The alchemist returns old and weak, and Mumm-Ra must restore his youth and power. First off, that's so funny because it is the plot of the story, but so much happens even before that whole Malcar aspect. So
yeah, I mean, the episode's named Malcar. He's not in it very much.
He's not in it. I mean, a great episode title because it's like, what is Malcar? Who is Malcar?
And the concept of like an evil wizard alchemist is a really cool concept. But I think, you know, the whole episode is sort of structured in such a way to get to the ending that we get. It's such a really great climax. But in order to make that climax be what it is, there has to be a lot of back and forth with Malcar to get him like to orchestrate the story so it lands where they want it to land. We're jumping ahead though.
Yeah.
A lot ahead.
So first off the bat, you have the fact that the ThunderCats have found more refugees and they need to get they're running out of fuel. They need more fuel. So this is something where I actually, in my mind, I thought this was an endless supply because
I thought so too.
Planet. I thought they were like, oh, we're just rolling in this. No, we're back to we have to scavenge now. So we're back to this.
It's like it's shades of Trouble with Time, like when they first land on Third Earth and they need to find Thunderillium.
Speaking of, right? That's the perfect episode.
Yeah, it reminded me of like when the meteor lands on Hook Mountain, the Thunderillium meteor, and I think Panthro says it must have been part of Thundera, which made me think this whole time that Thundera, like you said, is just rich in Thunderillium. It's just like it should be everywhere.
Part of the soil, yeah, like it's just part of the land. It's the planet. I love that you mentioned the Trouble with Time because aging is a big part of this story too.
That's true. There's elements of Trouble with Time. There's elements of the mountain. There's a lot of like cool story elements that are sort of similar to episodes that we love.
And that's why, again, when rewatching it today, this story, it's a lot going on. Okay, so distress call from Thunderian refugees, by the way, from Project 27?
Yeah.
What?
Lion-O recognizes their spaceship as an old Project 27 capsule. Good for Lion-O for knowing it that well, but like it makes me wonder what Project 27 was.
I'm thinking of District 9 or whatever that movie was with the aliens. It was a quarantined area.
I'm thinking of what's that thing that they say is like happening
Atlas
here,
3
here now 20
Area 51.
I don't know.
See, the fact that Lion-O, he's like, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that, like, he really has a good memory then, because Linkso didn't mention it, and Chitara didn't mention it.
Is that 3-Eye Atlas?
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about.
No.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
What is that noise? It's a distress signal.
And it's coming from that capsule.
And unless my memory's failing, that's an old Project 27 capsule.
Which means it's Thunderian.
We'd better get the feliner ready and go check it out.
But Lion-O, that's way beyond the feliner's range.
I'm sure Panthro will think of something.
Can we also talk about another thing that just tickled my fancy? The fact that, so they're trying to reach out to get these refugees. Mumm-Ra is like, this is a typical Mumm-Ra plan. If they don't have fuel, then that's it. Everything's going to shut down. That's over. So we have to stop them.
Yeah.
So he has this elaborate plan to change all of the
Thundrainium to Thunderillium.
Thunderillium to Thundrainium, which is going to weaken the ThunderCats. So he wants to call upon Malcar, this alchemist. Now, the funniest part of this whole episode is the fact that Mumm-Ra summons this alchemist.
Oh my God.
Who was an old man. And he has the audacity to... He just, from the beginning, you decrepit
I wrote it down. It's
He just starts insulting the mummy, the bag of bones, as
bag of bones.
as Panthro would refer to him. As
that mummy.
As Nora Jones would say, she's a bag of bones walking on the street alone.
That's Mumm-Ra. He's always been our bag of bones.
What does he call him? What does he call him?
We have to play the clip, but I agree.
Why, you're nothing but a decrepit old wizard.
Surely you must have known that I would return to life in the same form in which I left.
Yes, I've got to find some way to make you younger, to revive your powers. Yes, what can I do? Aha! Younger! The canyons of youth! Why didn't I think of that before? Come, Malcar!
Oh my God!
Did you get that part?
Absolutely. The fact that Mumm-Ra, it's so funny that Mumm-Ra is disgusted by this old man. He's like, it's like, look in a mirror. Well, you can't look in a mirror because that would hurt you.
Mumm-Ra's really, though, he is feeling in his mind, he's the young, dare I say, twink in this thing. He's like, I am young compared to Malcar. Oh, disgust me.
And I didn't get where he was taking him from. He was saying ancient spirits. It sounded like he was trying to get him from Toontown.
No, I heard Toontown.
I heard Toontown too. Where was he releasing him
I'm
from?
assuming Tomb.
It's Toontown, like a tomb.
Oh, I heard Toontown.
But I agree. When I hear Toontown, so Toontown is one of those locations on the map of New Thundera that Jim Meskimen drew for season 4, and it's the only time it's ever in the show. It's like a graveyard for ancient wizards and witches.
Loved it.
But it's on New Thundera. But I agree, it sounds like something from like Animaniacs.
I really did hear Toontown too. He's like Toontown. But before all of this, so the distress call that happens early on, it's not in range for the feliner to get to because they need enough fuel to push the feliner to get to this part of the galaxy, that whatever they are circling. They mentioned that Panthro could do, Panthro can get that thing to push it to its limits, the feliner.
These boosters will give us the range we need, Lion-O, but fueling them has used up virtually all our Thundrillium supplies. The Lair's tanks are bone dry.
That's a price we just have to pay. We can't ignore a distress signal. While you and Chitara check it out, we'll look for new Thundrillium deposits and refill all our tanks.
We better get going. I don't imagine those Thunderians have much time left in that space capsule.
They remember there's an old mine with Thundrillium there. So Lion-O and Snarf go into one group. Ben-Gali, Egbert, and Snarfer are going to go into another group.
Oswald is there too.
Oswald. Mm-hmm. I said they're in their working Snarf outfits. I love that when they're in their surveying mine outfits.
Everyone has matching helmets. It's very funny.
The matching helmets of the boat. I love that too. They're always about protection, those Snarfs.
I did have a wondering about the old mine. David mentioned this last time on your episode with Egmont when you were talking about the Golden Sphere, I think. Or maybe talking about Jagara in Screwloose. The idea that Thundera's reformation, that whatever Mumm-Ra did might have some sort of like time travel-y element. Like, why is there an old mine on a planet that reformed out of rubble? Right. But David, I like you sort of touched on this last time, this idea that maybe Thundera being reformed was like there's some sort of time travel involved. That it's not just rocks coming together, but the planet sort of being in certain pockets sort of as it was hundreds of years earlier.
Pieces of the planet remained formed on those parts.
Like he somehow went back in time and either prevented the destruction or did something different. I don't know. It's of course It doesn't make all the sense in the world, but he does say, well, I'll travel through time and space and find the treasure. He says that in Thunder Cubs. So maybe he did go back in time and do some shenanigans. Because the New Thundera is covered in all these things that shouldn't be.
The Frogman and Jagara's history are the biggest thing. Like, again, and David, you, of course, had to bring that up. Like, why is Frogman still alive in the planet? And, I mean, it is true, but that's why what Zack is saying, which you came up with, like, some parts of the planet just were in, like a time rift. Maybe they were just an endless loop, and Jagara was working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even on Sunday.
Every day of the week.
Let's go, Ben-Gali. If we don't find more Thundrillium within 24 hours, Cat's Lair will be powerless.
Okay, I love this. We get another Holy Jaga. This is said by Snarf. Holy Jaga! Things are going down.
When does he say that? When there's the explosion?
At the explosion, yes. When the cave, I want to say, collapses. Is that when he says
yeah,
it?
so Ben-Gali and Snarfer and Egbert and Oswald are in
Ben-Gali.
they're in Thunderstone Mountain.
Thank you for bringing up the location. Thunderstone.
Yeah. And
yes.
These thunderstones are these like shimmering orbs, and apparently they're very dangerous, very explosive. And Snarfer is just an idiot, and like he sees a shiny thing and like wants to go for it. Which, side note, we don't ever find out what this shiny thing is. It kind of looks like Malcar's orb, but it isn't. I don't know. It's a little confusing. But anyway, Snarfer, dislodges a stone and it explodes and the cave collapses.
Why wouldn't he?
What's that up there?
Why don't I take a closer look?
Snarfer, be careful. Don't go too...
And this is when we have another trapped in a cave moment, much like our mutants versus Panthro and Tigra, when they were also trapped in a cave with no oxygen. It's dire because, again, I want bunglers to remember there's a lot going on here. They're off planet, Chitara, Panthro. Lingso, I don't think went with them, but he's never mentioned again.
He's not around. He's somewhere off doing something on his own.
So Ben-Gali and the Snarfs are trapped with no oxygen. Lion-O and Snarf are about to have their own experience. So there is a lot going on here. But again, before Malcar is even a thing.
Yeah, but you have that, and you have this comic relief moment that kind of like the Snarf falls off the side of a cliff and he lands on a big boulder and he's running, like doing the rolling boulder thing.
There are easier ways down this mountain, Snarf.
Like that didn't do it for me.
I feel the same way. Lion-O's line is, Lion-O says, there are faster ways down. There are other ways down the mountain, Snarf, which is funny, but I agree. It feels a little. It's like very clearly just comic relief.
And he rolls while holding the pick still in his hand, which I thought I was like, bravo, Snarf. That is skills. You're rolling, staying on top of the ball, and holding the pick as well. But I cannot bypass the fact that when Snarfer was talking to Ben-Gali, and he's like, well, Snarfer, you should know you're the one that went to Snarf College. I love when they bring up the Snarf College. They paid for your education. You might as well. What did you learn? They never sent me to Snarf College.
And he's not worried about an explosion. He's worried about running out of air.
Running out of air! I know.
He freaks out, which is very out of character. I feel like Snarfer usually keeps his cool, and Ben-Gali was like confiding in him, like whispering to him, thinking he would be cool, and he was anything but cool.
Wow, this whole thing is going to come down on top of us. Snarf, snarf.
Don't panic, Egbert. Everything will be okay. Let's not alarm the others, Snarfer. But I'm more worried about running out of air in here than I am about the roof caving in.
Running out of air! How much longer do you think we've got?
Your guess is probably better than mine, Snarfer. You're the one that studied these things at Snarf College.
The way they animate his face at the end of that scene is very funny. He's just dismayed, but kind of looks he looks very cartoonish. It's funny to me.
That's where Snarfer hits his limit. Oxygen? No. Electrocution? Yes.
You'll never get any more of Robert burritos.
Oh my God, that came up again too. This was a question that we asked a few times. Zack, you probably were hearing us going, yes, the tank is on New Thundera, you idiots. I was saying, is the Thunder Tank on New Thundera? Because we didn't see it, I want to say, up until...
The Thunder Tank was destroyed in the last day.
So is that why...
So this is just a new Thunder Tank. It must be.
Okay, so that does explain it then.
Because they didn't bring it with them. We didn't see them bring it with them.
Right.
We haven't seen Tiger or Pumaira use it. So I just... And then when they got there, they built the Whisker.
And then that's right. And I think we did mention, like, how would they ship the Thunder Tank to New Thundera? Like, was suspended? Like, how would it happen?
No.
So they mention or is this before or after? Well, they had to use basically all of the Thunderillium in the feliner. So the Thunder Tank has nothing. They can't even move it, really. So what happens is Snarf sees a brilliant shining light. Is that around this point too, or is this before?
I want to back
please,
up. Because the whole premise here is that Snarf says, use the sword to free them. And Lion-O says,
yes.
I can't use the sword. It will detonate the Thunderstone. It's too dangerous. We need the Thunder Tank to clear the area. But like, we saw Snarfer drop that thing and it exploded. So they clearly, it's not just that they ignite, it's that they like, they're so volatile that if you drop one, it explodes. So I fundamentally don't understand how the Thunder Tank is going to solve their problem. But Lion-O says they need the tank to clear it away, but before we do that, we need Thunderillium to power the tank. So we have to go find some Thunderillium. But Lion-O also they don't ever try to shout through the entrance to like let Ben-Gali and the Snarfs know what's happening. They just
you hear us,
they
right?
Sleep. Yeah, they don't, like, poor Ben-Gali doesn't even know if they're coming to save them.
That's right. That's why later on
tell his boyfriend that
that's
he's
when he's calling out to Lion-O. Lion-O.
Yes.
In that scene that it could be taken any way you want.
You're taking it that way. You know
which scene I'm
talking
about.
It does look a certain way.
Yes, it does.
You're
I'm
right.
taking it a certain way.
I would have appreciated them screaming through the boulder like Lion-O going, "Can you hear me, Ben-Gali? We're working on it."
Yeah,
something like that. Like,
Quick, Lion-O! Use the sword to blast them out!
I can't do that, Snarf. This is Thunderstone. As you should know, it's very unstable and highly explosive rock. If I were to try and blast it, it would start a chain reaction that could level this entire area. No, Snarf. We need the Thunder Tank to clear this away.
And we don't have enough fuel to run it.
But I do love that, again, Lion-O is studying up on Thundercat history because he's like, Snarf, you know that these things are volatile, right? Like, of course you know. Like, let me just remind you.
Yeah, as you should know. He's kind of unnecessarily rude to Snarf.
And you didn't even know Project 27 even was a thing, Snarf. How dare you? Okay, so brilliant shining light. Lion-O, my God, the most beautiful shining light I've ever seen.
What is it?
Over there! Some kind of light! It's dazzling!
It's brilliant!
They see, like, this cave where it's full of Thundrillium.
So it wasn't that hard to find after all. It is sort of everywhere, but...
And bowls, they're like little charcoal things that you could put in like a barbecue. That's what little coals, they hear everywhere. Here's some Thundrillium for you.
It's not gold, Chitara.
When they find it, Mumm-Ra is of course spying on them the whole time. And he's obviously discouraged by their change in fortune, but he also like takes credit for the initial problem. He says something like, "Oh, they foiled my plan," and it's like, what plan? Like, you weren't responsible for them fueling up their feliner.
This is when he's trying to get back in the good graces of ancient spirits of evil, right?
Yeah.
That's what it must be. Oh, my plan was yes. Project 27. Project 27. Toontown, which it's not. It's Toontown. I actually would love to know more about this. It's literally like a giant mausoleum for wizards and alchemists where they have photos of you. And you didn't match your profile photo, Malcar. That's what Mumm-Ra was worried about.
Dennis Woodyard. So, like I mentioned, the Toontown as a location is just on the map. But Dennis J. Woodyard, who we've mentioned before, who's designed characters and props and
the
things.
Mirror Wraith?
In these later seasons. He, on his website, he has all his old like sketches and stuff. And he designed that like Malcar portrait, but he also has 3 other portraits of wizards who are entombed at Toontown that he made up, and he gave them names.
I love this.
That is so cool.
One of them is like a snake holding a sword named Hisboomba.
Hisboomba. That's so smart. That's so Thundercats too.
Another one is like a vulture-y looking thing with a staff and a cape named Gawk King, the Gawk King. And then the last one is Cleocatra.
I love that.
Oh my God.
Let me send this to you right now. I'm just going to
Which would be so cool if the series had gone on and they could have been part of it.
You know, if this was Mattel, these would have been released already as He-Man conception. Like, if it was He-Man concept art sketch. They even do a concept art sketches, David figures. Mm-hmm. So if this was, they would have had this out already. Cleocatra, Zack is so right. We don't call out Dennis's YouTube channel enough. there are a treasure trove of things and videos that Dennis has on that YouTube channel for episodes we just discussed. Even
he's put together YouTube videos, but he also on his blog just has them as images that you can look at and like zoom in up close.
Cool. This is fantastic. I'm looking at them right now. This is amazing. And again, I would have loved to have gone back to Toontown because it seemed like it had a cauldron that was just perpetually bubbling.
Yeah, there's
to
just
rival
like mystical vapors. I do think it's funny that this like ancient resting place of wizards and witches that Mumm-Ra knows so much about is on Thundera.
Thank you. This is actually my question for later because Malcar they call a Thunderian.
Yeah, they do at the end. They talk about him, but he doesn't look Thunderian.
He doesn't look Thunderian. So
human.
does that? So I'm thinking, like, is Thunderians, like, can you just be Thunderian if you live there? It's like, are you American if you become an American?
If you live, if you live on Earth, you're an Earthling.
No, yes, because that's a big question.
Animals are also Earthlings, not just humans.
Oh, so there you go. So that solves that. David. No.
So maybe Char is Thunderian. I don't think so, though.
Oh, God, Char. And we'll never see him again, right? That was the end. I believe our last time for Char.
I pick things up and I put them down. I didn't know I was killing you when I was pulling you through space and time to get gold.
Had I have known,
had I known when you weren't letting go of that gold sphere, if I had known I wasn't going to kill you as you plummeted to your death.
Mumm-Ra. Okay, so what? 25 minutes into the plot? No, it's not. It's maybe 15 minutes.
No, you're not wrong. This is my biggest issue with the episode. We get to be halfway through the episode and Malcar still hasn't gotten onto the scene with Lion-O.
That is Toontown, Marmot, the final resting place of the ancient wizards and witches. And there, Marmot, is Malcar, the most powerful alchemist of all time. He could turn stones into diamonds, iron into gold, and he can certainly turn Thunderillium into Thundrainium. Now, the only problem is to bring Malcar into our time.
Again, the stakes are high without Malcar even being a thing. So Mumm-Ra's like, I'm going to resurrect Malcar, and he could turn.
No, he doesn't. Does he pace? Does he pace a little bit? Like, I need to come up. with something?
The next. Oh. I think that's the next episode. He paces.
No. He paces here. He summons him from Toontown, and like we said, when he shows up, he's just disgusted by how old he is.
Again, you're not like your picture.
Your dating profile. You told me you were 20.
That's what I'm thinking.
You must be pulling at least 40.
I'm going to...
This is a catfish.
Oh my God. Mumm-Ra's going to eat the dinner and then leave.
I am going to the bathroom and I'm not returning.
I'm leaving during dinner. I'm ordering seafood. Like on a steak. God help us.
Catfish.
So yes, he is disgusted, Zach. He is beyond disgusted.
But he's like, so I need to make you young again so you can regain your power. But you're right. Then he's like pacing and like mumble thinking out loud, like, let's see, what can I do? Aha! And then he has the idea to make him young by sending him to the Canyons of Youth.
Just a few moments in the Canyons of Youth, Marmot. And Malcar, the alchemist, will return to the age at which he was, and he is the most powerful. The age at which it will be a piece of cake to turn those miserable ThunderCats, previous Thunderillium, into the one substance they cannot survive.
And then he still insults the man. He says, take this decrepit fool to the canyons of youth. But to the spirits of evil.
Before all this, there's a great shot of Malcar coming out of his painting. I loved his arm reaching out.
Reaching, yeah.
Yes. And then he goes, surely, Mumm-Ra, you don't think I'm not going to come back the way I left this place. Old as hell.
It's the opposite. It's like, of course I'm going to come back in the way I left this place, like a corpse.
I look pretty good for a corpse, I was told, Mumm-Ra, compared to you, right?
Dude, I know the feeling. I know the feeling.
Talk about spinning around. He made Malcar.
Some real gyromancy.
Yes, it is. Wonder Woman be jealous.
Gynomastia callback.
Chitara, watch out.
He spun this man. He's like, ancient spirits, bring him. Yes, spinning.
Spin him right around.
Whole inside. I was hearing it, Zach. I was hearing it. He was spinning again, and again. Once again, the canyons of youth, I wrote, looks like the My Little Ponies would live there. It's gorgeous.
I know.
It's almost like
where's Megan and the Rainbow of Light?
The Rainbow of Light. It almost looks like Tamagar's land, Tuscania. Rainbows, waterfalls, beautiful place.
It's a land of temptation. The temptation of youth. I do like coming back here. It's nice to see some of these season 3 locations.
Yes.
In the next episode, we visit the Caverns of Cold. It makes New Thundera feel a little more familiar because we've been being thrown all these new places like
exactly,
Turning Rocks and all these places.
But does it seduce? I have a question.
Does
it seduce you to go there and you can't leave? Like,
no,
could I go there? Could I go there and just like step in for a few minutes and drop a decade or two off of my age and get my butt back out?
I don't think you could come out fast enough unless you're
That's
Chitara.
interesting because when the Thunder Cubs are there, they're like, come on, let's go play. Like they just want to be children and hang out. They don't want to leave.
I was very old. I was a very old young child. I would be like, I'm getting too young. Like I have to take care of my kids. I just want to drop off a decade or two off of my age and get back. So I wouldn't be like, let's go play.
Then I think the fountain. What is it called? The geyser of life is for you more than the canyons.
Well, that's the thing. But I don't want to face those serpent things. We already talked about this.
There's another serpent coming. Oh my god.
We already talked about this.
The geysers.
How the Etsy.
Honestly, I missed having to do Willow. I wish I missed her so much.
Her Etsy shop is going to sell drops from the geyser.
Here's one drop from
you wear
little vials.
Yeah, so everyone could just drink a little bit of the geyser.
And Nada can write your name on a grain of rice to put inside. Remember those things from the mall back in the day? Write your name on a grain of rice. Nada will do that for you. Extra 25 Thunderian bucks. Let's talk about, they never mention what the perfect age is, and having recently turned 40, I'm so glad he just said, I reached the perfect age. He didn't specify if it was 30, 20, 40, 50.
So Dennis also posted his original sketches, and they say age 30. It says old man, age 30, age 12. Spoiler. So 30 is the peak of his power is 30.
Oh God! So
I was wrong.
Then I hate to tell you this, but
I know we're dead and we
need to go on Etsy. We need to go on Etsy and get some necklaces.
We all need to get the geysers.
The geyser of life is
get that rice. Make sure you bet Nada's rice name.
is a good,
that's what you're all gonna get for Christmas.
Well, listen, we have to get a good plastic surgeon.
So he has an orb, this alchemist. The orb is the source of his power. But also you had to be at the perfect 30 years old, evidently, to wield the orb. So there's a lot of things that have to be.
Yeah, it's like his power is tied to his age. I will say it's the orb of Oro. Oro is the Spanish word for gold. There are ways in which I'm disappointed in this episode, but I think Chitara is the most disappointed because she wasn't there to take advantage of that orb.
You're right, because I'm assuming she's rebuilding. Every time something shiny passes by, she's seeing it at the corner of her eye, and she's running and getting it. New collection.
She would leave those refugees behind. She doesn't care about Project 27. She's going to come running home just to get that orb and make herself some gold.
Maybe Project 27 built their ships from
She's like, there's exactly 27 links in this gold chain that is around my neck. She got gold fever.
Available now on Apple and iTunes.
Your efforts are futile, Lord of the ThunderCats.
Who are you? I don't mean to be rude, but I don't have time to waste.
You have never spoken a truer word.
So Lion-O is hustling with Snarf in the mines. He is going for it. He is going for it.
Snarf says, "This is the toughest rock I've ever worked." Like he was a miner in a past life.
He's like, remember when we enslaved the Snarfs in the season premiere? I wasn't involved. I was the foreman. Do you remember that?
Yes. I had a clipboard.
I'm not getting involved with this. I love this. Lion-O does not care. Malcar shows up. He's like, I'm here. Lion-O doesn't even look at him. He's like, I'm sorry, sir. I'm working.
I don't have time for you.
And Snarf is like,
you are past 30 years of age. In gay years, you are dead. You're not even a twink anymore. And I don't even like your look. You are dead to me.
Dead. And matter of fact, Snarf is like trying to look back and he's like, work, Snarf, work.
I don't even care. This man is not even worth my time.
He's working,
He
Snarf.
is too old.
I love it. I love it so much. It's so like boss to just fully ignore this crazy man who's taunting you.
Oh, Lion-O, I don't like this.
Keep working, Snarf.
I'm sorry, sir, but I have no time for your nonsense.
You're floating? You're floating? I've seen floating. I've had to look up Mumm-Ra's skirt.
Oh my God.
I know this episode is named after you, but we have more important things to deal with.
Yeah, Malcar, forget it.
Listen, if you've had to look up Mumm-Ra's skirt, you faced your own fears.
Upskirt. Shout out, lovely Leah. Also, thank you for supplying us with the audio today and beyond. And Malcar is talking and talking and talking.
And he's like laughs. He's like, ha, ha, ha.
And he's an alchemist, and he's this, and he's that. And Snarf is like, Lion now. And then he's like, what is this?
He's like, I have a house in Palm Springs too, and West Hollywood.
My God.
Just because I'm over 30.
Oh my God. Oh, this wow. And who knew Mumm-Ra was ageist of all the
decrepit fool? Decrepit fool.
This goes back to Mumm-Ra needs to put other people down to make himself feel better about himself.
I know. It's because he hurts inside.
Lion-O turns around, let me tell you.
He's hurting inside. He hurts.
Okay, so he says he's a powerful alchemist. Lion-O has had enough of all of this.
He's not Wily Kid and Wily Cat. Just because you laugh a few times and do a few tricks, he's not going with them. He's not buying the magic.
He's not going to trust you.
He's not going to trust
you.
So he ain't got time.
Malcar,
his man is in a cave. He's going to run out of air. He knows.
Yes, we cut that. Ben-Gali.
Ben-Gali
he's running out of air.
He is calling for Lion-O.
Lion-O. Yes, Lion-O.
Lion-O, where are you?
So Malcar turns that trash into gold. No,
treasure.
He turns treasure. Yes, trash into treasure.
It's like a little bunch of like pebbles that they've managed to liberate.
The coals, those barbecue coals.
And I guess they need a lot. Like it's kind of shocking how much Thunderillium they need to just power the Thunder Tank a little bit. But yeah, he uses his orb and he turns it. It goes from gold to red, and that makes it when it's red. It's evil.
It's exactly evil, evil.
And it immediately Lion-O just fully collapses.
Yeah, this is like he does try to hold the sword aloft. I got that from She-Ra.
He tries to do the catchphrase, and his sword just won't grow.
No, I've never had that problem before.
He needs the geysers and the rice available on Etsy. Oh my God! If I could write on rice, I would totally sell.
Write on rice.
If I could myself have Nada's skill to write on a grain of rice and put it in the geysers,
I love that this entire mythology is just this one in the past 15 minutes. We've created this whole story of Nada having a special skill.
This is when Ryan drinks too many Celsius in one sitting.
I am on my second. I so want to look into this.
Rice writing?
I feel like the warrior maidens could have done this when we started our Etsy shop.
You're better off doing the macrame.
Macrame.
We talk about.
Well, the necklace itself.
The necklace is macrame.
So he turns it, and Lion-O immediately falls. Then Snarf's like, "Well, you don't know something. Yes. Snarfs are not affected by this.
You must not know.
You must not know that I will come for you."
And of course, he runs, he trips, he runs, he trips. And Malcar's like,
Malcar's like, you're the ugly friend, and
oh my God.
And I don't like you. He's a mean guy.
I'm refreshed. I just got my facelift.
I just turned back time, Cher.
Courage, Lion-O.
Jaga, I am so weak. The Thundrainium has drained me.
Then we must trust in the Sword of Omens, Lion-O.
What kind of magic?
Jaga has never been, I wrote this, never more helpful
and proactive,
happy,
yes.
non-judgmental.
Judgmental Jaga no more. We finally
till the next episode.
We finally have like an active Jaga. This is why.
Because they found out that he destroyed the planet, but then he threw the sword in. They found out that he made Jagana work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from the beginning of time.
So he
left her alone, pregnant.
Pregnant? In a cave. God, pregnant.
So this is all just like he's working on his image. This is his reputation.
Honestly,
I'm just kidding.
I mean, I did love him recently in the episode where he put everyone in the last day when he put everyone in his cloak. I did love that moment, that powerful Jaga moment. But my God, I thought for sure he was going to be like, and I can't hold the sword. But no, he held the sword. He energized. I don't even know what he did. He shocked the age back into Malcar. He made him old again.
Side note, he picks up the sword, and we see this from Malcar's perspective. The sword is just floating. And it got me thinking, like, other times we've seen the sword float on its own. Was that actually Jaga?
That's what I thought, too.
Like, when the sword goes after the treasure and breaks the casket, was that Jaga?
Yes.
But he sticks it into the Thunderillium and uses it and into the Thundrainium and switches it back to the Thunderillium. But in the process, Malcar also goes back to being old. And I couldn't tell if they were related or not. I couldn't tell if it was supposed to be like, oh, Malcar's power is limited because he's actually dead.
That's exactly. I didn't know if that's what it was, like a chain reaction from turning like his magic back against him. But yeah, right. There was no reason why this should happen. Like, it wasn't stated. It wasn't done in the art. It wasn't told in other ways. So Mumm-Ra is like, oh my God, ancient spirits of evil, you better bring him back and make him more potent than before. Because he's like, my God, he aged again. He's old as hell again.
This will not happen. This cannot happen.
No, not on my watch. Not on my date.
You're not a twink at 30. You must be 20.
Malcar is getting older. We must return him to the canyons of youth.
So he said make him more potent than ever, and I felt that one.
So now he made him 20.
Well,
18. I want him barely legal.
My God. My God.
Meanwhile, Lion-O is now like back on the mission and is like he blasts off with the Thundrainium under his arm.
Zack.
Ryan.
Janet. Dr. Scott.
Brad. That's exactly.
Rocky.
Lion-O, like Zack just said, he turns a pile of Thunderillium into a solid piece.
Oh.
Puts it under his arm. He takes off like Mary effing Poppins. I have to curse. He says to Snarf, I'll see you at the tank, Snarf.
Such strong words.
I think we have just enough Thunderillium here to give the Thunder Tank the power to free Ben-Gali and Snarfer. Ho! I'll meet you at the cave, Snarf.
David, have you ever seen him like fly off like this? I mean, we've seen like I was just like, what?
But Jaga said you have to trust in the sword, right? Is that when he says you have to trust in the sword?
No, that was before he was still knocked out, I thought. He said, courage, Lion-O.
We've seen him use the sword to fly, like he did that in Return to Thundera Part 4 to save Snarf. And we also saw the sword transport him into the Great Beneath. I couldn't tell from the animation if he was just flying or if he was teleporting. But I think either one is possible. We've established that the sword can do both.
I'm hoping for instant transmission. Yes.
Yeah.
Because
I want Dragon
I
Ball
love this in some way because it's very convenient. But in other ways, it's like, oh, damn. So every time he doesn't fly with the Sword of Omens, you're like, well, that sword can fly.
It's a special occasion.
All right, it's
His
true.
man's in trouble.
His man's in trouble.
Damn right he
That's
is.
true. Jaga
He's
has
calling for him.
Also, this is probably my favorite Jaga. My favorite Jaga moment ever.
This is one of Jaga's best scenes. Well, because like you said, most of the time when Jaga shows up, it's just to give advice. It's just to be, judgmental as we joke. But he hasn't had a real like action scene since the Ghost Warrior. So, or I guess ThunderCats Ho, he encountered Grun and talked to the star and whatever. But like, yeah, this is a great scene for Jaga.
Don't do it, Mumm-Ra.
This is Jaga's like moment.
This is his moment.
This is your moment.
Yeah.
This is his moment.
We were all rooting for you, Jaga.
A few minutes, and Malcar will regain all his strength. Don't be too sure of that, Mumm-Ra. Get him, Marmot.
What Jaga does is like, I think Malcar calls it sorcery, and it is, he's like, Jaga's doing magical stuff that we haven't seen him do before, which is kind of cool. It's a little unexpected.
Was he enhanced as well from his
sword?
Spirit? Not just the sword, but was the spirit also given a boost from the Thunderillium?
I don't know, but
because that does power ThunderCats,
he goes to Mumm-Ra's
Oh,
pyramid,
I love this.
And Mumm-Ra is now
in his robe.
He's going on the offensive. He's trying to get to Lion-O before Lion-O
Yes.
can use the Thunderillium to power up.
Yes.
So Jaga comes from Mumm-Ra and
This
says,
is
I'm
amazing.
he says something like he's drawing on the power of the ThunderCat.
Oh my God. The exact quote I said, I'm just going to play the thing,
What
but
does he say?
it was amazing, honestly. He held the emblem of the Thundercats on his chest even too at one point, Jaga. But Mumm-Ra's like, oh my God, he
And
came
Mumm-Ra-
into my
and
like,
Mumm-Ra starts his
you can't
He starts
change
to
my
transform.
from my destiny, he says. My destiny.
It's destiny.
Yeah, you can't change me from my destiny.
Also available on
Oh my
iTunes.
God. You can't keep me from my destiny. Jaga holding the transformation is so freaking cool
Because you
to
see
me.
his cape,
yes.
and he's also Mumm-Ra, the Malevolent.
Yeah, he's like,
yes.
he's
I
like
love
half
this.
and half.
really cool.
I
very
love
cool.
that. I love that power dynamic
Yes.
because you see this a few times in the different cartoons. I've seen this in even like when we watched She-Ra when like
Yes.
they were trying to take over the Queen Angela's castle, like the
Oh,
power,
bright
the
moon
magic,
for bright moon.
the magic, like fighting each
That's
other,
my
like
glimmer.
like when you're trying to fight back. Like it's a cool thing to see, like his transformation where Jaga's holding it, but you know he can't hold on forever.
But
kind
he
of a
did
thing.
pretty darn good, longer than I ever thought he would hold on. And he says, I did write one part that he will remain a relic of the past or something. That was really
Everyone's
good.
always got to say something nasty.
He will remain a relic of past evil?
But in the meantime, Mumm-Ra has already sent Malcar back to the Canyon
And he's
of Youth
spinning. He is spinning.
to make him twinkalicious.
And he's
young.
going, Mumm-Ra, you fool! I'm getting younger past my prime.
I can't get into the club. I'm too young now.
What are you doing?
What are you doing, Mumm-Ra?
So true.
No, Mumm-Ra! No! Bring me to your pyramid! I am at the peak of my power!
Right, the whole thing with Jaga, what Jaga's doing is like a bait and switch. It's like it's a trick.
He's buying
Yes.
time.
He's buying time. And then you're right. We cut to Malcar the tween, who
Spinning.
now that he's too young, his power, like he doesn't have his power anymore because Mumm-Ra says you've destroyed Malcar's power.
You've destroyed his power. Because he's too young?
But honestly, this is something that is actually pretty spot on in the sense of natural aging.
Natural
we talk about
aging,
like
yeah.
we talked about this like with the music thing, like singing. I used to sing all the time, and like my voice has matured. It's not the same as it was when I was obviously 20 years old.
None of us are.
Like your bodies are not the same. We're laughing about youth, but it's funny. Like that is very true. So yeah, he's saying like when you're too young, you haven't mastered a craft.
Yes.
You master craft at a certain age, but then as you age, you may lose some of those.
I was hoping that you get
abilities.
much stronger like a
Well,
Merlin.
the thing is, I'm the type of person, I believe you're born stupid and you die stupid, if that makes any sense too. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and I don't mean it like in a mean way. I just mean
sure
like,
do.
I mean, like, there's so much to learn in life and so much that you could never have enough knowledge.
Yes,
You can never
yes.
have enough. So I feel like that's also part of it for me anyway, but that's my philosophy. But yeah, like if you're going with the premise that as you're in this canyon of youth, that your mind also recedes back to you.
Yes.
Yes,
So maybe
which it
that's-
does.
Which it does, yes.
So then that's where you may be stuck in the canyon of youth because you don't know any better, because you lose the memories.
But then you
of-
get to a certain point, you must become a fetus.
That's
We
what
haven't.
I've always wanted to just become a fetus again, to be so young. You're nothing but a fetus.
But this is fantastic, this scene, because Mumm-Ra does regain. He's like, oh, you know. And Jaga's like, I think I did what I wanted to do. Very sassy. Jaga's like,
like,
oh, no, I did it, Mumm-Ra, but I was trying to do?
He's like, clip. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And then Malcar notices, Mumm-Ra notices Malcar. And he's like, oh my God, a child. I don't even know what he even says about
He's like,
Mumm-Ra.
I am not taking care of that child. I am way past diapers.
Mumm-Ra! What are you doing to me? Save me, you miserable mummy!
And he says something to Mama, don't just float there, Mama.
Don't
do
just,
something.
just stop hanging around and do something.
And poor Mama's got his paws
like,
over
nope.
his eyes, like,
Yeah.
So he's mean to Mama.
He is. But he lashes out. He takes things out.
He lashes out. So I love it. Jaga also does one more thing because Mumm-Ra's doing his whole "I'm going to get you, my pretty."
He goes for Mumm-Ra goes to get Jaga, and Jaga just does his cape flip and disappears.
Yep.
But do you think he could have grabbed Jaga? He's a
No,
favorite.
but he says he said maybe another place, another time.
He's, in another life, perhaps Mumm-Ra, but on New Thundera, never. And then he just zip cape.
Maybe New Thundera does empower him in ways he never could on Third Earth.
Oh, interesting. Maybe. That's cool.
And maybe that's why he never stepped up like this before.
He's like, you're not going to step up to me like some bitch in the street, Mumm-Ra.
I am the master.
I am Jaga.
I am Jaga the Wise.
I may have destroyed this planet at one time,
I will destroy
but now
it again.
it is back, and I am the master of this planet.
True.
I just love these like confrontations like this. Like when Hachiman goes up against Mumm-Ra in his pyramid. It's another one. It's like it's a confrontation with someone other than Lion-O.
Yes.
Which is just really fun. It's a nice change of pace. And it's a really great moment for Jaga.
Don't you feel like Jaga is a spirit, but don't you feel like you have to be a pretty strong-willed and brave person to go into Mumm-Ra's pyramid and face Mumm-Ra? Because he is pretty scary and disgusting, and maybe in his mummy form, he would be less intimidating because exactly, right? But in his full form, he is terrifying.
Mumm-Ra looks scary to me too.
But he's terrifying as Mumm-Ra the Ever-Living, and
they both suffer from dry mouth, both forms.
Yeah, mucus mouth. But still, you have to be pretty brave. So I give them all that. Jaga,
Jaga's dead.
He's already dead.
Jaga's like, I'm dead myself. We're all dead here. Oh, yeah, everyone's dead in this
I'll
thing.
flip my cape.
Yeah, Malcar was dead.
But
Jaga's dead.
I agree. I love these moments. I love that when a non necessarily main character steps up too. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
We did forget to mention, this is what David's been alluding to, Ben-Gali is gasping for air. There's no more air left. Calling for
Lion-O, his man.
Lion-O,
his lord.
His lord.
His savior. ThunderCat Lord.
And what we do see is another cool moment. Lion-O uses the Sword of Omen to hold the cave up.
Yeah, it's like in Frogman when he uses it to hold the boulders. It's the same thing.
Sword, season 4, you are not disappointing. I can't wait to see what else happens before the end of the series.
It's another one of the special things about this episode. The thing that makes it feel a little unusual or elevates it is that the sword doesn't really save the day. Like, yes, the sword helps rescue Ben-Gali, but there's so many different conflicts happening in this episode. Like, for the Malcar story,
really
Jaga is the hero. Yes. It's nice to see the sword not just be a catch-all savior.
Yes.
Thank you. Even though it is holding up the boulders and the thing now, it was Malcar was taken care of by Jaga, the main issue supposedly. Malcar.
And then we get the scene where they come into the cave and Lion-O finds Ben-Gali and cradles him, and Ben-Gali looks up at him with in his arms, looks up at him and just says, "Air, fresh air."
Ben-Gali,
fresh air.
Snarfer, are you all right? Snarf. Yep, right as rain. You bet. I'll say yep. Never gladder to see you. Ooh.
Never gonna let you go. Hold you in my arms.
I was thinking of other things. Air, Lion-O. He never lets me get up for air.
He
never lets me go up for air.
He Jordan sparked him.
So, Ben-Gali is saved. The Snarfs are saved. Yes, Zack.
they're saved. But in here, I was looking up in Hear the Roar, reading the statement from George Hampton, one of the two writers, and he said that in their temporary script, so Mike Moore and George Hampton were writing partners, and they would trade drafts of scripts back and forth. And if they didn't know what to put in dialogue, they would write it in red and expect the other person to fill it in. But he forgot to put something in red. He left it in black. And in the original script, it was Panthro in the cave, not Ben-Gali. That was a later change. So in this draft, I'm just going to read it from the book. When they open the cave, Lion-O says, "Panthro, where are the Snarfs?" And then angle on Panthro coughing up Snarf fur. Panthro, what Snarfs?
Oh. You've only been in there for 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
I was hungry.
He got hungry. Got real hungry.
That's kind of twisted but funny.
Yeah.
Can we add one more? Can we add the cherry on the top of this episode?
This is the best adoption.
Yes, forced adoption. You've been on this planet for exactly 3 minutes, and we're forcing you to take this bug-eyed, weird child, human child, even though you're a cat person.
No, but they made it
Chitara
and Panthro on the flight back convinced these people to adopt and take an evil child.
An ugly baby. A real ugly baby.
And honestly, he looks evil as hell. I'm sorry.
And
he looks evil as a baby.
Well, no, at least he won't be evil.
An evil Thunderian. I'm like, and Malcar seems strangely aware of what the heck is going on.
Well, here are our new refugees, safe and sound. 2 successful missions accomplished, I'd say.
These are the friends I told you about. Lion-O, Ben-Gali, Snarf, and Snarfer.
And this is the little fellow we told you about, Malcar. He gave us quite a bit of trouble for a while, but I soon cleared it up.
We'll give him a good home.
I know you will.
The little fellow doesn't know how lucky he is. A secure home and loving parents will make sure he grows up to be a good Thunderian this time.
Right, but do me a favor. Don't teach him any magic.
And then Lion goes, "Whatever you do, don't teach him magic." I'm thinking Malcar's gonna pick it up on his own.
Don't give him like a baby chemistry set.
I mean, I loved it, but it's
and
so.
They were just so happy. They're like,
Chitara's like, "Listen, girl, you want to adopt this baby. He's gonna change your life when you get there. He can take trash and make it gold."
No, what the Thunderian said, as soon as they leave, just dump it in the side of the.
Oh my God!
No, maybe they'll find a Snarf convent and just leave him on the doorstep.
I would love this, a Snarf convent role.
Leave it by the serpents.
Oh my God, a Snarf convent would be hysterical. If you were to grade this on your host scale, does anyone want to go first? Because I have my rating.
I want you to give your rating first. And the nominees are. I want Zack to give his rating first.
Yes.
So I'm on the fence. There's a lot to like in this episode, and there's a lot that's just weird about it. Like Malcar, it kind of isn't around. He's not much of a threat. He's a really great concept, and they kind of squandered him. Like Ryan said, like we get halfway through the episode and he's not even on the scene yet. When you think about the episodes that have things in common with this one, like the mountain where they're stuck in the cave, like that jeopardy in the scenes that happen there, like that episode is so great, and they take such advantage of that as a plot element. Or like Trouble with Time, finding the Thunderillium is like, that quest is like so dangerous. The action is so spread out and there's so much going on that to me it kind of feels diluted. Like diluted with a T, not diluted, dilute. But at the same time, you get Jaga versus Mumm-Ra, which really redeems it. But I don't know, it kind of feels like the whole episode was written around making that moment happen. Like you can't have the bait and switch of Malcar turning into a baby without him starting off old. But in order for him to start off old, he has to be made young and then come back. Like there's all this travel back and forth to make it happen.
It's a great point.
So, and then he barely gets to make a showing. So I don't know. I gave it 2.5. I might round up to 3. And poor Chitara never got to use the orb.
An instant.
She's like, and you're
negative
gold, and
4
you're gold,
points.
and you're gold. Everything's turned to gold. That baby, turn it to gold.
It would look better as a golden statue, wouldn't it? That baby. Wouldn't that baby look good as a statue on
And
your
at
new
least
home?
it'll grow up to be like a mid.
That baby's gonna have a lot of issues. I hate to say. I hate to see what
Maybe it won't. But I believe in nature versus nurture.
They said we'll give him a good home. We'll give him a good home.
Yeah. Question mark? Yeah. Boy, bunglers, don't take away my Thundercat card for this one. I'm going high for this one.
I have a card right here.
I'm going a 4 out of 5. I think when Zack was talking, I was like, oh, he's making really good points about the diluted, because there's so much going on that it makes everything not as impactful. But the Jaga scene, the sword scene, Mumm-Ra saying he's an old piece of crap. You brought him back like this. I don't know. It tickled me so much. And the story, while there is so much going on, I kind of like that. Not that I like it, but the Malcar part of the episode is kind of like, But it's still, I don't know. I liked it. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5.
I have to agree with both of you for many reasons, but I have to say that I hated the rock rolling thing with
the Rick rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hated the rolling rock thing with Snarf. It annoyed me.
Oh, that. Okay, yes.
I hated that. I did loved the fact that Mumm-Ra had the nerve to, what is that called? The kettle black or whatever that expression is. I don't know what it
Literally.
is.
Yeah, he was
You're decrepit. No, you are decrepit. You are an actual mummy. At least this Malcar had the right, and he actually died.
He had flesh still.
He died. He literally was dead. You have not died. So I love that his just snarky.
Yes.
I love the banter they had. Like, what's wrong with you, you idiot? I'm, whatever. I loved all of that. I loved the fact that Jaga took on Mumm-Ra.
Me too.
I thought that was like an epic moment. Finally, Jaga put his money where his mouth was, because he's always judging. He actually did something.
And that was their one time talking, right? Besides the Mumm-Ra, don't use the star. I want to say that.
It also would have been nice because he's impersonated Jaga so many times. And I also I would have ended before I flipped my cake. And stop pretending to be me. But
you don't know how to flip this cape like me. Mumm-Ra.
Exactly. So I loved that part of it. I loved my Ben-Gali calling. But for different reasons. So I am honestly probably inching towards a 4 only because of that. It was a little dicey, but I did like the idea of Malcar for me was not a strong character at all. I liked where he came from, Toontown.
I
like the backstory.
Roger Rabbit lives there.
I like the backstory of these tombs and this cool stuff. So I'm actually inching towards like a 3.5 to 4, closer to a 4, only because
from a 2 to a 4
that I liked. I know that sounds so, but I'm kind of I'm torn because there's a lot to be desired about it. But I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna say a 4 only because of there was a few aspects of I really liked that made me laugh, and I love the epic fight, because I don't think you're gonna get that again with Jaga versus Mumm-Ra again.
No.
1. 2, you're not going to get made me laugh with him had the audacity to say something about somebody else. Literally, like you said, look in the mirror. That was hysterical. And it had my 2 leading men that I love.
My God. Yes, these are very Jaga Ben-Gali heavy episodes. So 2 episodes.
Lion-O, my love. So, okay. So I'm going to go with you, a 4.
Yeah, and I'll round up to a 3. I think the thing that bothers me the most about it, like Malcar kind of being a weak sauce character, not taking full advantage of, kind of gave us one of my favorite moments, which was Lion-O full out ignoring him. I love that so much.
Excuse me,
yes,
sir.
Very funny.
I could care less who you are.
So yeah, okay. I'll say a solid 3.
Was that peer pressure, or you really believe it?
I was on the fence. I said I'm between a 2.5.
Yeah, he was on the fence. Now he jumped that fence.
Or was it Ben-Gali calling out for Lion-O?
It could have been.
That's
or could it have been the rice that we're selling on Etsy?
Was it the rice comment? Did that do it for you?
I wondered why they weren't together. Did something happen before this, and they decided to go on separate missions?
Oh, you mean they had to do the Scooby-Doo thing?
Yes.
Split up? Well, they should have sent all the Snarfs together.
Yeah, but maybe then he gets trapped in the cave, and Lion-O realizes that the fight wasn't worth it. I have to rescue him.
I could lose the most important thing in my life.
Besides the sort
and
of,
I've yet to tell him
how I really feel.
part 2 of this mega adventure. Okay, so of course we will do our biggest bungler at the end of the episode. And Zack has some trivia for us.
I just have one thing. This was from Wiley Cub's review for ThunderCats.org years ago. He noted a sort of irony that the orb, the alchemist's orb, the orb of Oro that Malcar has, is it's like a philosopher's stone, which was like the mythical substance that alchemists were looking for that could change elements into other elements. But the philosopher's stone also mythically could be used to make the elixir of life and make you young again.
Ooh.
But the irony here is that it couldn't do that for Malcar. He needed something else to do that. But like the becoming young is also part of the mythology of alchemy.
And also, isn't the Philosopher's Stone the original Harry Potter name or something like that? And they changed
the Sorcerer's Stone, yeah.
Sorcerer's Stone for the American release. So the Sorcerer's Stone is a classic fable, right?
I'm not a Patafess, and I've watched
I watched
them.
the movies.
I've watched them. I've never read the books.
Who else do you think is buried in Toontown? It feels like there could be witches and wizards from other properties could be buried.
It sounds
in
like Dennis at least was helping us out.
Well, Dennis had some ideas. Yes, with Cleopatra.
Love that. Ooh, what about the original sorceress? Ooh la la, ooh na na. What's up, you?
The Wicked Witch of the West is there.
Oh my God! Yeah, the Wicked Witch of the West. Tilana is there.
Attention ThunderCats fans, prepare for the ultimate thrill with Hall of Omens, the unofficial ultimate guide to ThunderCats toys and beyond. Embark on a global journey to unearth rare ThunderCats figures from every corner of the world. Read the untold stories from brilliant minds behind the iconic ThunderCats franchise, like Larry Kenny, Peter Lawrence, Jim Meskimen, and many more. Explore over 220 pages containing 2,000 plus captivating photos and uncover all the secrets of the ThunderCats toys. Become the ultimate ThunderCats expert and secure your copy of Hall of Omens, the unofficial ultimate guide to ThunderCats toys and beyond today at ThunderCatsToyGuide.com. ThunderCats, ho!
Helpless Laughter. The original air date, September 18th, 1989. Season 4, episode 121. A convergence of the Moons of Plun-Darr cause a drought on Thundera. Panthro and Snarf go looking for water. And then a flying serpent attacks Panthro and Snarf and causes them to fall into the swamp of Laughing Lilypads. What a synopsis. Is that what happened in this episode? I don't know about that.
That's a pretty good synopsis. I remember when I first saw this episode as a teenager, I saw Matthew Malek's name on the title card and immediately knew it was going to be hilarious because all of his episodes are funny. He wrote The Shifter in season 1 where Panthro and Snarf switch bodies, and he wrote Key to Thundera in season 3.
Oh my God.
Where do you have the key?
You have the key. I have the key. No, that was something else.
Well, no, it's when Mumm-Ra says, key, what key? I need no key. No, and he's all of his episodes are very funny. So I remember when I first watched this, I was like, oh, this is going to be funny. But it starts off very dark.
Mm-hmm. Dark and still, though. Why is everything so still? Why is everything so still?
Mahamut, there is evil in the air, and we must be prepared to seize the main chance. But what? Why is everything so still?
So we get these great shots, speaking of that, like a panning across New Thundera. We're seeing the churning rock.
Yeah, all these locales that are just like deathly still.
And Mumm-Ra says there's evil in the air, but he's not sure why this is happening, but he's feeling it. He feels it in the air tonight. Then he asks, what is happening on this miserable planet to the ancient spirits of Panthro?
I ask myself that all the time.
So we find out that the 5 moons of Plun-Darr are converging in this one-of-a-lifetime experience, I want to say.
With third Earth. When the moon is in the 7th house.
Yes. Oh, yes. Speaking of that.
Aligns with Mars.
Yeah. It's a celestial event that will have the power to change the ThunderCats. Oh, here we go again. Destiny forever.
Available on iTunes. The Radical Retro Rewind Band. First song.
But you
album.
cannot deprive Mumm-Ra of his destiny. Do not try to that either.
Look into the cauldron, Mumm-Ra. Soon, the 5 moons of Plun-Darr will come between Third Earth and Thundera. This is a harmonic convergence, Mumm-Ra, and it will change the ThunderCats' destiny forever. The convergence will result in a drought so severe that you alone, Mumm-Ra, will survive.
This answers some questions for us people that we've been asking for a long time.
How many moons does Plun-Darr have? No.
It tells you that Third Earth and Plun-Darr and New Thundera are pretty close to each other because they're in alignment with, they come in alignment with each other. So they're certainly in the same solar system with each other.
No.
Right?
No.
Yes, he says. If it doesn't, he say.
No, he doesn't.
He mentions Third Earth.
Does
yes,
he say
he
Third
says
Earth?
Third Earth. He mentions obviously they're on New Thundera, and he mentions the moons of Plun-Darr.
I totally missed Third Earth.
Plun-Darr, right?
I totally missed Third Earth.
But to be in alignment, to be like in that eclipse and in alignment with Third Earth says nothing about how far away Third Earth is.
But they would have to be close enough together, right?
You tell me, David. I have no idea anymore. What's close, what's not.
Would a celestial alignment count if it was in another solar system so far away?
I mean, it's magic. What I think is more interesting is that Third Earth factors in at all. Like, it makes sense that the 5 moons having an eclipse would have some sort of evil effect. The fact that they're also aligned with Third Earth, that's fascinating to me. Like, why?
So maybe it is then.
I feel like
what is the connection?
They have to be in the same solar system. They're Mars to our Earth.
So then, but you're right though. There is something.
They're in the Goldilocks zone.
Oh my gosh, it's warm, hot. This one's just right. I think Third Earth does play something into. There's too many things where this landed on Third Earth or Third Earth it landed on New Thundera. So maybe there is some kind of mythical destiny between these planets,
or how they were able to get to Third Earth despite the fact that they have
Mumm-Ra, Ben-Gali, and Linkso ended up there too.
How they were able to get there considering that they don't have enough power, and I think they're in the same solar system. I feel like this answers the question for me because I don't think that an alignment of moons in a different solar system would affect any kind of. I'm thinking because obviously our moon affects our tides. Yeah. I'm thinking that besides the magical aspect of it, the moons would draw the tides away from wherever somehow. I think that has to do with the fact that they're close together.
And that's
how they were able to reach Third Earth with a damaged ship. So I'm going to say in my mind, Third Earth is they are in the same solar system.
But they needed to design special boosters just to get there in the first place.
That's why the whole thing never...
Because they didn't have the technology. Because they got destroyed on Thundera when the place exploded.
I think the whole...
their spaceship crashed and they had nothing.
But then also the fact that the Thunderian refugees never ended up on Third... We still don't know, really. We still don't know how this map looks
we know from Exodus, at least, that Thundera is in a different galaxy because Panthro finds the Milky Way and Third Earth within the Milky Way, and Wily Cat and Kit comment on how puny our galaxy is. So it's definitely, at least original Thundera, different galaxy. Where it reformed, I don't know.
That's true, because that's right. The new one reformed under the moons, right? It wasn't it like it was formed under the moons of Plun-Darr. So maybe it's not supposed to be here.
We know that Plun-Darr and Thundera must be close to each other because the mutants and ThunderCats were enemies for a long time. So they're at least probably in the same vicinity, same solar system.
That's a great question, even. And we know that there was also we had the Day of Decay, which affected Third Earth from a eclipse.
That's every birthday that I have.
An eclipse, so you never know. This will cause a drought. This mythical event, the lining up of these planets, moons, will cause a drought that only Mumm-Ra alone will survive. Which we know now that Mumm-Ra does not get thirsty. Because let me tell you, I wouldn't have survived without water.
He looks pretty parched.
He has been air. What is that? Shriveled.
Air? You were going to say air fried?
No, not air fried. I was going to say air dried. No, but what is that? Dehydrated. He is dehydrated.
Oh, he's a raisin.
Snarf at Cat's Lair. I want to say we cut back to Cat's Lair, and Ben-Gali was surveying on the screens.
There hasn't been a drop of rain since that eclipse of the 5 moons of Plun-Darr.
Lion-O, I just tried to make some iced thunder tea for all of us, and there's no water coming out of the faucet. There's no water anywhere.
What?
Panthro is there, Lion-O, and Snarf?
Snarf runs in because because there's no water. He was trying to make some iced thunder tea, and there was no water.
Thunder tea. This is something that we should pay attention to. Maybe we can make this. Iced thunder tea.
You also get the sense that it's really hot. Like, it's not just that the water is disappearing or it's not raining. It's like, it's hot because everyone is sweating. Like, Ben-Gali at one point is like wiping his brow.
Yes, things are getting hotter. The planet is heating up and the water is evaporating.
Another reason why you should have just stayed on Third Earth.
Honestly, again, do you think they always have this conversation every time something happens?
Why did we come here?
I knew that Lion-O was wrong when he told us to come here. She saw her probably. Panthro and Snarf are going to start looking for water. Yeah. And in a special region, and Ben-Gali's the one today that knows some local legends or myths or whatever. He says, is it Ezekiel?
No.
Ezekiel,
unless you're either in the Bible or buying some bread.
Ezekiel. Ezuko?
Azuko. Hey,
Danny Zuko.
Danny
Zuko.
He's Danny Zuko.
You better watch out for Danny Zuko, Sandy.
Sandy!
Tell me about it, Stud.
Oh, God, Zach. What was it?
Ezuka.
Ezuka is the name of the devil, isn't it?
Ezuka. The flying serpent is in that water. And
Danny Zuko, Ezekiel, Azusa, Lollapalooza, some kind of serpent is coming to get you.
Azusa. I love the way that Ben-Gali says it, too, because he's like, he knows. He's like, Azusa's in there.
Mecca like a hidey ho is going to get you.
We've got to find some kind of water source quickly.
Well, there's still some water in the Dreary Canal.
Panthro, you and Snarf head for the canal.
Take care, Panthro. Ezuka, the flying serpent, lives in that canal. And I bet this drought isn't doing much for his temper.
We got to save this episode. He's a flying serpent, and he's...
Yes, he is.
And he's normally, I guess...
Docile,
but he might be, because of the heat, they noticed, they mentioned that, because of the heat and the lack of water, he might be a little angry.
Might be a little pissed
a little
off,
temperamental.
Yeah,
so be careful. He says be careful. Yes, he's thirsty.
And you look like a snap. He's your thirst trap.
Ezuka is named after Masaki Ezuka. He was the head of animation at Pacific Animation for ThunderCats.
How cool. That's a cool detail.
You defiled that person's name, Brian. Is that lovely? Isn't that lovely? It's such a lovely job.
On our ThunderCats podcast.
Supposed to be an homage, but we can butcher it all we want, I suppose.
Danny Zuko. Now I want John Travolta I want John Travolta's head on this green dragon. Sandy. Hey, Panthro. So they're gonna go look for water here, and Lion-O and Ben-Gali are still at the cat's lair, I want to say.
Yeah.
No water. Snarf came in. No water, like Zack said, to make the iced thunder tea for everybody. And I did love that he was saying, I was making it for everybody, not just myself. So just so you know, I would have shared.
Do I believe that? Yes.
And every day it is getting hotter. So Snarf and Panthro head out in the tank for the Dreary Canal, as there's still a little water left there. And that's when I said yes. Ben-Gali tells him to beware of Ezuka. Did I say that wrong again?
You got it right.
Ezuka. Okay. The flying serpent.
All I'm thinking of is Mitsubishi, Suzuki.
Oh, from the scary movie?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Wait a minute. Look, Panthro. The swamp of the Laughing Lilypads hasn't dried out yet.
I wonder why that would be.
Who cares? If there's water there, let's make that our first step.
It's Ezuka.
We have another location in this place. It's the Laughing Lilypads of... Wait, where did I write this?
Gitchigumi.
The swamp of the Laughing Lilypads. And I noted that could these be related to Frogman's Lilypad friends?
They really should be, but they don't look like it.
They don't look alike, right?
They're not happy.
Yes, they're not. Although, had they not been happy in the Laughing Swamp, the Laughing Lilypad should have been happier like his
I just was
Frogman.
wondering why. So they land in this swamp area, and then Snarf is about to jump in the water, and Panthro's like, "Don't do that!" And then he falls in, and then something is touching him under the water. He starts laughing, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on underneath that water. So all of a sudden, you're so thrilled.
They're tickling his little feet, his little Snarf feet underneath the lily pads with the little thing. No, but that's true. He's like, I'm throwing myself in that water, Snarf. As soon as we get up to that water.
If he's so desperate for water, why didn't he drink this stuff?
Maybe he knows something we don't.
Well, it looks okay to me. In fact, I'm going to take a dip.
No, Snarf, wait. This is unexplored territory, and who knows what's in that water.
I can't take it. I'm going to throw myself into it. I think he does say that.
Yeah, he's going to go for a swim immediately.
That's not a good idea.
Why isn't it dried up like everything else?
It's not real water, because it's like spooky
the lily pads.
Laughing water.
So Snarf notices the swamp of the Laughing Lilypads hasn't dried up yet. But before they investigate,
I don't think
Azusa comes.
I don't think that a Brita water filter is going to filter out any of that laughing stuff.
This actually is genius writing, but at the same time made me laugh so hard. It's so thirsty, it wants the water from the cooling system in the tank or something like basically the water that's in the tank that's making it run. It's so thirsty, it realizes that it's full of water, the tank, because it's not drinking the water from the Laughing Lilypad.
Right, it knows better.
And they mention, why isn't drinking that? Well, it wants your coolant, Ezuka. And can we describe him?
He's got the head of a camel, the neck of a crocodile. It seems rather strange. What movie is that from?
I have no idea. Is that from
He's both a fish and a mammal, and
it sounds very familiar.
Never change.
It's not Bedknobs and Broomsticks, is it?
It's from Pete's Dragon.
Oh, Pete's Dragon. Well, This is not Pete's Dragon.
You don't know Pete's Dragon?
I don't. I mean, I know what Pete's Dragon looks like, but I've never seen it.
The old one, not the new one.
They call it a serpent, but it's a gigantic dragon-like creature. Oh boy, with the face. To me, it looks like it's laughing too at some points. It's a very odd-looking face. It's very disturbing to me.
It's Malcar's face on its serpent.
Oh my God, I wish it was Malcar's face. The face is human-like. It's a human-like serpent face. To me, it's very disturbing.
This is what he looked like, but I don't think they did it.
This is the David Crichton book.
Yeah, I don't think they designed the serpent to look like him. That would be kind of rude.
And he's watching, he's like, wait, that looks like me. That's me. The attack leaves them all wet and they crash into the swamp. So the attack from the dragon, but they crash into this water and
they start laughing.
They start laughing, and honestly, I'm tickled myself. Seeing Panthro and Snarf laughing makes me laugh. Like everything that they find funny is just making me laugh as well.
What's so funny?
Not much. Except I almost drowned.
That's why they call this the swamp of the Laughing Lilypads. This one is dangerous, Snarf. We could die of laughter.
I remember the first time I watched it having the same reaction. The first joke we hear is Snarf. Panthro says, "What's so funny?" And Snarf says, "Not much, except I almost drowned."
Nothing much, except that I almost drowned. He's like, "This water is so dangerous." It was so funny.
Could
I don't
die
know.
of laughter.
That was so.
It reminds me of the She-Ra episode with the giggleberry powder, and they're like, the Horde is going to attack and kill everybody. Basically, and they're all like, ha, ha, ha.
I'm so taken by the laughing of Panthro and Snarf. I am so glad it was these two characters, although I probably would have liked to have seen the other characters' reaction. I love Panthro.
It reminds me that, like I said earlier, Matthew Malik wrote The Shifter. So like the dynamic between Panthro and Snarf, he already has found the humor in it and he's using it here. And also they do a really good job fake laughing. Like it's not hard to laugh like this on, this hysterically and have it sound real, but also have it sound kind of scary, kind of creepy.
Yes.
Well, they basically say they will laugh to death, right? They won't stop laughing. They'll just...
What about this one? And the line delivery was fantastic. Yes, I read novels mostly. I don't know. I just Panthro when he says that. It was really good.
Ben-Gali to Panthro. Do you read, Panthro?
Yes, I read novels mostly.
There's nothing to laugh at, Panthro.
Yep. I was taken.
Now he should have said, I read people.
I honestly think maybe we need to do this because isn't laughing good for your ab muscles?
Well, you also,
can we be soaked for 30 minutes and then
you lose weight? It's a de-stressor. You release endorphins. It's amazing.
So abs. That's what I want to know. Can we laugh ourselves to abs?
I'm always sore after we record this podcast.
Well, then.
Now we come with a warning, bunglers. We'll leave you sore.
And back at the lair, so Lion, it's supposed to look really hot. Like Lion wipes his chin because he's supposed to be sweaty. In the script, it says he looks hot and tired, and it also says a fan is propped up on the console to blow him, but it's not there.
I would have loved the fan because it would have had a Cats logo on it. I wish I could just picture it now, like a little mini fan with the Cats symbol on it,
and the knob would have been a lion's head. Click or up and down, click.
It had to have had something on it. Yes, I'm so sad we didn't get this animated. Actually, there's things like this that Zack finds in the script, like things like that. Would have loved to have seen it animated.
Earlier in the episode, when they show that or is it in this episode or the previous episode, something is empty. Is it the water tank or the Thunderillium tank is empty? And they show a fuel gauge. And Dennis Woodyard did design a fuel gauge, and he has the sketch on his website, but he didn't design a fan.
Ooh, Dennis. If you have a fan somewhere, if you have that
Thunder fan.
Thunder fan plans, that's what we need. The attack on the new Cat's lair. We see this creature's face in the screen. A kuka. No, Ezuka. Oh my God.
Just
the creature's face we see close up, the beautiful human face on the ThunderCats screen at one point. And again, I just have to mention, what a face. What a design.
And then it opens its mouth and spider webs just erupt out of it, as if it weren't creepy enough.
This is the part, yes. And then it covers the cat's lair in this spider web thing. So yes.
And it ain't Charlotte's Web.
Oh, that face. The face disturbs me. Really disturbs me.
What is that thing?
Ezuka, the water serpent of Dreary Canal.
So Ezuka steals the water tank, the reserve water tank, and then Lion-O blasts him foolishly, and he drops the tank, and the tank ruptures. So now all their reserve water is gone.
It's gone.
And now Izuka's really mad. His spider webs pin Lion-O down, and Lion-O loses the sword. But I think that's where the commercial is. I think that's where we cut to commercial, because the lair is covered in webs. Lion-O is pinned down. The sword is gone. But when we come back, Lion-O calls the sword back to him. Does he hoe? He does something and all the spider webs dissolve. But yeah, that's when Jaga shows up. That's when Jaga shows up and gives him some judgmental advice.
Jaga is back to being vague and not giving us a lot of details. He's like, if you made it rain, possibly there's water in the sky, Like he's back to being vague and just in and out.
Ezuka thirsts for water, just as you do.
If we had water, we would gladly share it. But New Thundera is parched, Jaga.
Then you must create water, Lion-O.
Create?
You must learn to use your resources, your knowledge, and your technology. Otherwise, this planet is doomed. Put your trust in your knowledge, Lion-O, and in the power of the Eye of Thundera.
Create water?
It's vaguer than that. He says you have to create water. And it was like, create water. Hydrogen? Oxygen?
He's like, wait, this brings me back to cold and ice. Lion-O.
Heat and cold.
That's like heat and cold. The ancients
Fire
only had
and water.
Water and what?
When when a man and a woman love each other very much, Lion-O.
A baby Malcar could be made. So, yes, I would have said the same thing. What? Jaga? You want me to make water?
I gotta make water, Miss Daisy.
Yes, Miss Daisy. That's right. That's what he says. He has to make water. He has to use the bathroom. So back to being vague, I wrote, making it rain. Okay, so Lion-O.
Make it rain, Lion-O. Make it rain.
Water. Ice. Rain. Rain. Of course. Sword of Omens. Eye of Thundera. Give me, Lion-O, Lord of the ThunderCats, the power to turn the clouds to rain.
Lion-O uses the Sword of Omens to make it rain.
All this water has been evaporating, but there aren't that many clouds. But he uses the sword to, quote, he says, turn the clouds to rain.
So is this now is this one of the biggest feat that the Sword of Omens has done now? Like it does elements like Captain Planet, water,
fire.
Yeah, right. Fire. Like it's like
Heart.
It even can the clouds. It can even.
I think
He's
becoming a
cloud
gyroscope is.
Oh, the
becoming
gyroscope.
a gyroscope is near the top of the list.
He is cloud seeding.
Yes.
Those are
He is cloud
chemtrails.
seeding. Yes.
Those are chemtrails. Sword of Omens. Make
them-
chemtrails. Use chemtrails,
Lion-O.
Chemtrails.
Could be.
Is there a part?
You must create water, Lion-O.
You must create water, Lion-O.
Oh, yes. I did love the dark storm cloud background shot that we did get during this scene. Again, darkness, that really cool looking, creepy looking. It's dark. It's raining. I love when ThunderCats gives us those shots. I wrote dark storming background.
Did anybody write about Mumm-Ra?
Well, we do cut back to Mumm-Ra, right? At some point.
Mumm-Ra has...
He always pulls his fat from the fire.
No, he says something about the Sword of Omens, which we always say. He makes reference to the Sword of Omens being like, we always say the Swiss Army knife. There's a reference to the Sword of Omens in this episode.
He calls it like Thundercat Hocus Pocus.
With their Thundercat Hocus Pocus.
That is the most truest thing that Mumm-Ra could say, because that is what we've always said about the Sword of Omens, the Swiss Army knife of swords. It does everything. Now we're whistling down the wind.
Blast! Whenever he's really in a bind, that wretched Thundercat Hocus Pocus always pulls his fat from the pile. I guess I'll have to finish them off myself.
When the rain starts happening, Ezuka is just so happy. Like he's animated like dancing around in the sky. He's just so happy. In the script, it says he makes a contented purring sound as the water drips onto his tongue.
Oh.
But I just heard the same screeching. The same horrible screeching
that
sound.
Screeching sound that they use for like beasts, right? It's like the beast sound.
Yeah.
Well, listen, one man's screeching is another's contented purring.
I would have liked the purring, actually.
You're a sick person.
No, I think it would have been like a cat, like really happy. Like he was just so.
He's a lizard dragon, not a cat.
He's Ezekiel,
and he makes delicious bread found in the frozen section.
Oh my God!
I think there's a version of this episode that ended here. Like they kind of solved. Like he kind of solved it. The episode could have ended here, but I think I mean, jumping ahead, I really like this episode for a lot of reasons. I think the fact that it keeps going and the action escalates is what makes it special for me, because it really could have ended here.
You're right, because a normal episode, the conclusion would have been the rain's coming down.
The end, yeah.
And yes, the beast is happy. It's got its water now. It's purring happily into the sky and dancing. But you're right, it would have been that would have been a normal ending. And now we've saved the day because it's raining and Thundera is not going to heat wave. But no.
It's very, very dangerous. Don't drink it. You'll split your side.
Sorry, I don't think we can help you.
I wrote at one point, is there a drum roll with a joke?
Yes, it's right after this.
Is it the Panthro reading a book one? Because it needed a drum roll. That was the best. Novels mostly.
I love the look on Ben-Gali's face in that scene. He's so distraught. It's like it's a really beautiful close up of him just being worried.
Yes, his face takes up the whole. I'm picturing the. Yes. I know the shot, but it was a great shot. Yes, the concerned look.
Mumm-Ra in that scene, in the scene you're talking about, where he talks about Lino pulling his fat from the fire. He's already transformed. We didn't see him. There was no transformation sequence, but he's just already transformed, which I thought was clever. It was saved time.
And he causes a flooding?
So there's the point where they're trying to replenish the water supply. The rain isn't going to be enough.
Right.
So they're using ice. They're melting
That's
ice.
right. I forgot from the Caverns of Coal. Yes. Right. Yes. They're melting ice with the Thunderstrike.
But my beautiful, handsome, and smart Ben-Gali says we can't basically melt it too fast because then you're going to create like a mudslide or other...
A mud flood?
Mud
flood. Mud flood.
And meanwhile, Panthro and Snarf are back at the swamp.
Laughing.
They've gotten the tank out of the water, but the gun...
The effect of the laughing is still...
out of the water. You still have the effect.
They're still laughing like crazy, but the gun, the Thunder Tank's gun is full of the water, and Panthro blasts Snarf with it, and Snarf like flies off the edge of the Thunder Tank, and he says, "We can't fight Mumm-Ra with that." And this is the joke that you're thinking of, Ryan, where Panthro says, "No, but we can do his laundry." And then you hear, "Ba-dum-ching."
It's filled with this blasted swamp water. It's completely useless.
we can't fight Mumm-Ra with that.
No, but we can do his laundry.
And not for anything, the ending with Mumm-Ra is the best thing I've ever seen in years. So this will be getting a higher score just because of that. I'm telling you, that was the best. That's why I think the rest of this episode is a blur, because I literally watched this scene about 4 times. And I rewound it to actually hear what he was mumbling. Anyway, out of the water now. And the gun is still filled with this laughing swamp water. So why not use it on old mummy brain Mumm-Ra?
Why not?
It's still a surprise to me when it happens. So yeah, Ben-Gali and Lion-O are slowly melting the ice, but then Mumm-Ra shows up as like a big ball of fire, and the Thunderstrike just explodes. Like the whole roof just gets blasted off, and the gun, he like takes control of the gun and just starts melting all the ice and creates a flood.
And there's a cool scene where they both jump from the Thunderstrike.
Yes.
And land.
I wrote Lion-O like comes out of the water holding the Sword of Omens up, right? Like he comes like almost like a drill up with the sword like this. A favorite shot of this whole episode. There's a shot where Ben-Gali's hammer curves out of the sword's beam, and it makes a separate like red cat face like I don't know. It was really cool.
Mumm-Ra's trying to intercept Lion-O, and Ben-Gali says, "No, you don't." Basically, and he throws his hammer, and it goes through the beam of the cat's
I love that,
and gets somehow magnified.
Yes, it's like a cool combining our powers.
It's a combo attack.
Yeah, it was like by our powers combined, we knock Mumm-Ra out of the sky.
And tell me if they made like a ThunderCats game, this wouldn't have been a cool way to like. And Ben-Gali, you add his power to Lion-O's thing, and the hammer could come out like this. Like this This is such a great shot. And then, oh my God, Mummy overboard.
Oh
my God.
Panthro and Snarf are
still laughing,
unhypnotized by the cat call.
Yes. It's very sobering. The cat call sobered them up,
and you get a Snarf again, whose eyes glow again. One of only a few times.
Oh, I didn't even
glow.
notice.
Snarf's eyes actually glow because they don't know.
Oh, because he did have to, well, that showed now the magic was off then. That was why it probably had to glow, especially in this episode.
But I thought it was cool because that doesn't always happen. It only happened a handful of times in the series.
So,
and then they used the cannon water on Mumm-Ra.
Which was Snarf's idea, they say?
Panthro says it was a good idea for you to load up the cannon with the water.
Yeah, he says, try some of this, Mumm-Ra. Laugh it up.
And he does. Mumm-Ra went back on the
really
Titanic. It made him laugh so hard he was back on the Titanic. Women and children first.
The best is when Mumm-Ra says this is so undignified.
Oh my God,
yes, he says that again. Because he said that before, right?
Yes, we got the return of how undignified. Yes, he loves it. My cloak. My colors will run. My bandages will shrink.
Try some of this, Mama. Laugh it up.
No. No more. Enough. Oh, please, no. This is so undignified. Mommy overboard! And the light rods, women and children. And first, no. My cloak! Oh, the colors will run! No! My bandages will shrink! Oh, this is not funny!
Looks like we have the last laugh, Snarf?
Game, set, and match!
Oh my God, but women and children first. Maybe that was it.
Never let go, Jack.
I think this is hysterical. You know they must have had the best time recording this episode.
And it's funny, even before this, Mumm-Ra has some funny lines. Like when Ben-Gali and Lino first fall into the water, he says they look like a couple of drowned cats.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then he says they're washed away like so much dirty linen. Mumm-Ra's having a blast, but then it gets turned against him, obviously.
And then he has a real blast. Oh my God, my bandages! Oh, they will shrink. Like, tell me, Mumm-Ra is not a gay icon.
Earl Hammond does gay up the voice just a little bit for the colors will run. It's like, it's a little...
Okay, I didn't want to say, but did you hear that too? I heard that. I loved it, though. Because I know Mumm-Ra. I know Mumm-Ra.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Zach, I heard that too. It's like it was a sassy Mumm-Ra.
Yes.
In my cloak. Oh, like it was.
You know how much he loves dressing up. He loves, he cares about how he looks. He puts energy into his disguises and his real costume, I suppose. So
that's true. He puts energy into disguises. He does. I will pretend to be the Nether Witch. I will make a house, a story, a backstory of my life. This is my other identity. And I hope the colors did not run on his clothing because he cannot re-dye them. Oh my God, that alone gave this an extra 2 hoes in my book. This scene, there's little scenes that every episode of ThunderCats gives you a little something, right? There's this scene is just this scene is that. That's why I can't hate these episodes at all. Like Helpless Laughter would be one of the examples of this is a season 4 episode. This is a...
Yeah, look how it's jumped the shark. It's so silly. It's so over the top. Yeah.
But at the same time, there is drama. There is stakes in it. And you still end on a hysterical point of having Mumm-Ra doing this. Something we never see him do. We never see him laugh like this. Like we see him laugh in other ways. But this was just, it's so different. And I'm okay at 121 episodes. Give us Mumm-Ra laughing and screaming about his bandages shrinking in water. And why not at this point?
And then the sword didn't save the day. The stupid
again,
swamp water
yes. So I could appreciate that.
We skipped my favorite joke, which is when the tidal wave is coming for them, and Snarf says, "Surf's up." He's like, he just throws up his hands and wants to jump into the wave and go surfing.
The real world things are bleeding in.
Yeah.
Surf's up. Soda cans, burritos.
Oh my god.
Thunder iced tea, which I'm assuming is
Gold
really
fever.
You think it's like a Lipton's cold brew?
Lynn Lipton?
Lynn Lipton cold brew. There we go. Lynn Lipton. What is the actual wrap up here? Because
it's a little weird. They praise Snarf for his quick thinking with the water, but then it's all about the mess that they made. And the moral is like, the sooner we start, the sooner we'll finish. It's a weird wrap up. It's also not clear if the drought is over. Like the ancient spirits said that this drought is going to be like a once in a generation disaster. Is the drought over? Is it still happening? Did they have to melt the ice and now there's enough water?
Did the planetary alignment just stop? But did it?
Yeah, I mean, they said, Ben-Gali says at the beginning of the episode, he says it's been like this since that eclipse of the 5 moons of Plun-Darr, which makes the eclipse feel like a past event.
Yes. And this was like the remnants, I'm thinking. It probably was going to last a little while longer. But now that everything's flooded.
But
now it's all flooded.
In all hope, I guess the fact that Lion-O affected the trajectory in the sense that he forced it to rain, plus they melted the ice cap to... running water.
Between,
I guess that
between the chemtrails and the melting the glaciers, they're saving the planet.
Yeah, so they basically terraformed it back to the habitable.
You know, maybe
With John Travolta.
Oh my God, Zandy! Ezekiel. Why do I want to keep calling it Ezuka?
Ezuka. There you go. You got it.
I need to keep my Japanese mentality. Ezuka. Ezuka's out there, and he's a tough one. I don't know. Whatever he said, I love his knowledge. I love that Linkso's been telling Ben-Gali stories of Thundera because he knew about this one. He knew about his history.
Linkso's MIA again. Where is he?
He's getting some surgery on those eyes.
He's on
at the casino.
Oh my God, he's at Fire Rock Mountain in Casino.
He's playing Mahjong.
Oh my God, Mahjong. He's playing Mahjong. Oh my God. Okay, so.
How many hoes?
Would you take away my ThunderCats card again if I gave this a 4 point? Okay, maybe I'll do a solid 4 again. I was going to give a 4.5 just because of the Mumm-Ra ending, but I don't know if that's too high probably. A 4? A 4 because after 120 episodes, if you can make me laugh and rewind the scene 4 times, I wish it would have helped me remember the rest of the plot. The Mumm-Ra laughing alone, I'm telling you, 4. Another 4. I'm doubling down 4. 4 out of 5 hoes.
Zack.
I love the concept of this episode. I think that the drought is a real dangerous thing, and I love how tightly it's paced. Like I said, we're like a little more than halfway through. And it could have been over, but the jeopardy it escalated, and it got even Mumm-Ra entered the fray, and it became even more. And the jokes, like you, Ryan, I remember the first time I saw this, just doubled over laughing. Does it swing a little too far into silliness? Would this episode have made sense in early season 1? No.
Oh God, no.
but that doesn't make me enjoy it any less. I'm on the fence about the Mumm-Ra thing at the end because it's so funny, but it's almost like it starts to not quite feel like ThunderCats. Like some of the jokes.
Yes.
But
too modern.
Yeah, man. I mean, Mumm-Ra was on the Titanic. We don't know.
I'm telling you, he was in the front with his arms out. He was Kate Winslet. He was Rose. He was. It's been 84 years. Is that what she says? It's been 85 years.
He wouldn't have thrown the jewel into the ocean.
He would put it with his diamonds.
I need to make some kind of Titanic Mumm-Ra thing. We need him to say women and children first. But yes, it's very, the jokes are modern. 1985 modern.
But the voice acting is so funny that I don't know, it doesn't bother me. I was thinking 3.5 or 4. I'm going to say 4 because I really do enjoy it.
At this point, I think they were all having a blast too, and they knew their characters. And like Zack said, this could never have, if they did this early season 1, it might have been Mumm-Ra's laughing hysterical. But now, after 4 seasons, and we've seen Mumm-Ra through various things. I'm like, okay, yes, I could see Mumm-Ra doing this now at this point. David?
I'm going to give it a 4 too.
Ooh.
4 is across the board because I just enjoyed it. It made me laugh. It had just a lot of adventure, a lot of moments. I liked some of the things, like I said, when he attacked and they jumped out, and a lot of the different things. I liked the cool thing with the planetary alignment. I like the cataclysmic event. I liked a lot of it, and I liked the funniness of it. Like you said, I think some of the jokes, obviously, but that's part of the fact that this is obviously written by people of this planet.
Yes.
The jokes wouldn't have hit the mark if he said something random about something we didn't know about. Obviously, he's wrapped in bandages. He made a joke about bandages.
And laundry.
So, yeah, 4.
So
it's been, these last 2 were very refreshing.
Literally,
Some of the other ones that were like a little bit like
so much better than Frogman.
Touch and go with some of them.
They both relied on a similar premise, which is like, we're out of something. We're out of water.
Yeah.
We're out of Thunderillium. Like, that's always a good place to start. It always just creates immediate jeopardy.
And how is it, though? It's so true. Doesn't that always work out that a lot of our episodes are, when we do the double episodes for back to back for whatever reason, they do seem to have a lot of, like similar plots, but are done differently.
Yeah.
So it is interesting to see that. But again, in season 4, I'm okay with this. I know a lot of fans aren't, but I'm okay with this. And again, like David says, I seem to hate the Frogman episode was something. To me, that was a plot that was so basic. It was so basic. This plot of drying up the and water and not having it sounds like a basic plot too, but it's done so much better.
I bet if you threw Mumm-Ra into Frogman, it would be 10 times better.
Mumm-Ra saves everything, really, truly. Really, he does the sass, the fun, the jokes. He does.
It's like a
save.
well-placed season.
Yeah, he is a seasoned. He's well seasoned.
Sprinkle a little Mumm-Ra in there.
Right, bandages.
These are things from the script. So the Dreary Canal, at one point it was called the Erie Canal, like the actual Erie Canal. Also the Roily Canal, which I don't understand the joke there. Roily, like it's like the water is roiling, I guess. But the Dreary Canal as a pun on Erie Canal, I like for this episode. It ties into the, there are jokes everywhere. And then there's a deleted scene. So when Snarf comes in complaining about the Thunder Tea, the original version of the scene was that he came in with a plate of breadfruit covered in little, what did they call them? Hot thunder peppers? Breadfruit with thunder peppers, which Dennis Woodyard designed. There's a sketch of a tray with these breadfruit pizzas on them. They're and no one wants to eat them. Everyone's very skeptical. They're like, no, that's not for me. Thanks, Snarf. So Snarf sort of passive aggressively is like, well, fine, I'll eat them all. And he eats all of them. And fire erupts from his mouth and he needs water. And so he runs to the kitchen. He runs to the kitchen and puts his mouth under the faucet, and a single drop of water lands on his tongue and evaporates.
This is so Looney Tunes, right? This is
very
so classic cartoon. I kind of would have liked to have seen this.
I think it was cut for length. The script was pretty long. It wound up becoming a single line when it would have been a minute and a half, 2 minutes of a separate scene. But I love that it got far enough in the process that Dennis Woodyard designed the tray of pizzas, breadfruit pizzas.
That is, again, we have to put a link for Dennis's blog, and because Zach's right, there's a treasure trove of things.
And there's one more deleted scene. So in the episode, as we saw it, Mumm-Ra transforms into that fireball and goes to the Caverns of Cold. In the script, the ancient spirits of evil, there's the harmonic convergence is a purple light, and it coalesces around the obelisks of the pyramid, and they absorb it, and they become the fireball, and they go to the Caverns of Cold. And Mumm-Ra says, it seems the ancient spirits of evil have entered the game. Now we'll see who really controls New Thundera. And then he himself goes later.
So see, there's always that Mumm-Ra's always in competition with really himself in a way, because he's going against the ancient spirits of evil. Can I outsmart them? Can I somehow get my SETI back? My golden sphere of SETI.
Free from them.
Can I be free of them? Women and children. It's the mumbling. So, who is our biggest bunglers today?
You are a worthless, bungling idiots! Bunglers! You bungler! Once again, you have failed. You bungled it!
Biggest bungler.
Okay, so for Malcar, If you had to pick the biggest bungler. Ooh, I didn't write bungler for Malcar. I did it for Helpless Laughter. Ooh. Mumm-Ra, I would be easy to say because he was distracted and let Malcar shrink up to that form. That baby form.
You wouldn't have been able to account for Jaga.
No, that's why. So I can't blame Mumm-Ra for that.
I do.
Ooh, do tell.
Yeah, no, for me it's Mumm-Ra. I think keep your eye on the ball. Like Malcar even shouts like, "Mumm-Ra, I'm ready. Like I'm at the peak of my power." But Mumm-Ra's
I'm not. Mumm-Ra's like, well, I'm not.
Yes, I'm not. Yeah, so keep your eye on the ball, Mumm-Ra. But also, he sent him to just he resurrects this alchemist and just sends him to turn some Thunderillium into Thundrainium. He could have done so much more with him.
Yes.
A magician who can transmute anything, and like turn the Sword of Omens into a donut. Turn it like
literally.
Yeah.
And then eat it. Malcar could have done 100 things.
Yeah. I was on the fence with it between actual Malcar and Mumm-Ra, but I'm going to go with Mumm-Ra. And the only reason I'm going with Mumm-Ra is because while Malcar was turning the Thundrillium into Thundrainium,
yes,
Mumm-Ra should have been taking the Sword of Omens, destroying Cat's Lair, whatever he does best. He could have been doing a lot behind the scenes, or he could have just gotten rid of Lion-O then and there, or taken the Sword of Omens at that point because he couldn't do anything. So he basically stepped back from the action and turned a bit player into the main character.
He was a bit player for sure.
But because, let's be honest, his main purpose was just to turn this source of their energy, their fuel, into non-usable fuel. It wasn't, the main purpose was not necessarily to drain them of power. He was to turn their fuel source into non-usable, and the outcome was something that would drain their power.
Yes, it was just an added thing.
Just an added bonus.
Yeah.
It was just so they could not have energy to run their equipment. But the bonus was that they would be weak if they went near it. So Mumm-Ra should have taken advantage of Lion-O at that very moment, enslaved him, took him from the place, and moved on to the next big thing. He didn't do that. He stayed in the cauldron area and just watched from afar. So he is the biggest.
He likes watching his shows.
Yeah, he loves his
some
programs.
People are into that. Some people are voyeurs, some people are watchers,
and some people are Mumm-Ra. So I agree. That is great point. Yes. So Mumm-Ra was the biggest bungler then.
He bungled it
because poor Malcar didn't have a chance, like you said, and he did what he was supposed to. He really did.
He tried.
Malcar really was just a 2-bit
old
past his prime. Decrepit loser. No, he basically was just doing what he was supposed to do.
That's true.
Malcar was never supposed to take on Lion-O or any other Thundercat. He was supposed to turn a material into something else and wash his hands of it and walk away. There was no talk of Malcar even doing anything else or
nothing.
And in my mind, there was no thought of Malcar even doing anything past it. I didn't even think he was going to do anything with Malcar. Send him back, maybe. I don't even no idea what he was going to do with Malcar.
Well, now that you're alive, can you clean? Can you do some cleaning around my pyramid?
Sweep out my sarcophagus.
Sweep out.
Take Mom-Ra out for a walk. But whatever the case is.
You're right.
So
you resurrected me, Mumm-Ra, to be our dog walker.
Yeah, so that's it for me. So Mumm-Ra.
Okay.
For that reason. Next.
Okay, so Helpless Laughter. And was it John Travolta?
Careless Whispers.
Careless Whispers. Was it John Travolta? And not going after Sandy sooner. I put personally Snarf for saying as soon as he was going to get to that, it didn't matter if it was Laughing Lilypads or wherever. If he saw water, he was going to jump into it.
But he didn't jump. He didn't jump in.
That's true. That's the only thing that stopped me.
The Lilypads attack.
That's true. That's why this one I was like putting it. I was like, that's the only thing I can think of. My thing will be the thought of it. But Panthro did stop him too. He did say like, you don't know. But because honestly, Mumm-Ra, I don't think. I mean, maybe he could have did more. Lion-O used the sword to. I don't know actually. Bungler, helpless laughter.
I can tell you a small bungle, but I don't think that would be a major plot twist per se. But maybe is that when they saw that these like icky, evil lily pad things were coming, why didn't Panthro immediately shut the top of the glass over the top?
I think they were on top. Were they like, no, but weren't they on top of it?
No, they were already climbing up, but he could have shut the top.
Which we've seen they did have.
The
yeah,
thunder tank
that's
so
true.
They couldn't get in.
Well, that's actually great.
That's what I was thinking immediately. I'm like, shut the damn top.
That's true, because it does go underwater and dive.
Why didn't he shut the top? They saw them coming. Shut the damn top. So
and that would avoid the whole area of them just laughing and laughing and laughing.
The water wouldn't have got in. And those things wouldn't have got in. And they should have started the Thunder Tank up.
But then they wouldn't have stopped Mumm-Ra, I guess, with the laughing water. That's the only thing. It had to, the sequence of, but that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a bungle in the sense of they could have avoided getting into the water.
That's a great one. Yeah, actually. Zack?
Again, I had a small one. It's not like life-changing, but it's something is when Ezuka stole the reserve water tank, like all the water they had left, and Lion-O fires on him and destroys it.
Ooh, yeah, that's true.
You're facing a drought. You need water. There, you have reserve water. That's all there is. Oops, I broke it. That was a bungle for me.
You know what? That's pretty good too. Because that was the only water they had left. It's so true.
And also the bungle that knowing that they had limited time and they could have died, Lion-O didn't express his true feelings to Ben-Gali.
Which could have solved everything for the rest of the series that we have coming up.
That's another thing that could have been done. That was a big bungle, at least from my perspective. So really, but what would have changed the trajectory of the episode? That's usually for me what the bungle is. Like what
Panthro putting the tank thing up because they wouldn't have been stuck at the pond and laughed, I guess. But then they wouldn't have gotten water any other way either. So.
But also they knew what the water was. So why would they bother to go down to begin with? That's also a bungle.
They knew something. Called. They said John Travolta wasn't going for the water. So that was one reason. And normally he goes for those water.
Because he doesn't know how to say a name that's been told to him 17 times.
Ezuka.
So really there's no major bungle in the sense. I'm going to stick with they would have had a better grasp and on the situation if they would have closed the tank top, the Thunder Tank, and if they had have been more sensible about not going that route, knowing that the thing didn't want to drink
the water,
and knowing that it was called whatever it was called to begin
the Laughing Lilypads,
like having common sense to begin with. Plus, anything they were supposed to be going to get water from a completely different water source that wasn't dried up yet, right? That wasn't it the other thing,
but it was dried up, right? But then it became dry. It was when they got there, it was dried up.
There was very little water.
There was barely water there.
Yeah.
There was barely any water.
I'll even go even further. Why didn't Jaga come to Lion-O right away and say, use the sword, Lion-O, and make it rain right away? Make those chemtrails now.
Jaga. Okay, so I'm okay with Jaga.
I'm saying Jaga could have nipped this in the bud right away.
Jaga.
There you go. There's your.
He had the highest high and then the lowest low.
Is silly to say that?
No, that's true.
I mean, we could have avoided this whole okay. So I'm going to put it this way: we're thinking of ThunderCats as a real place and world. This is not just one separate thing. Like we're doing episode by episode. But if you're looking in the scheme of things, like they're moving on after this incident happens. They're just another day in their life.
A day in the life.
Forget about that. Jaga could have just said, use the sword, make it rain.
Yeah.
Then Lion-O would have come up with the ice melting. They didn't have to go through all of this. Jaga should have stepped in earlier. Was he out? Was he visiting Jagara? Trying to make another baby?
Oh my God.
And like leaving her Jagana.
Pregnant, evidently. We found out that she's been left pregnant. There was a pregnancy.
There was a pregnancy.
There was a Jagara pregnancy. Oh my goodness. Whatever happened to baby Jagara?
It was Lady Gaga.
Oh my God. Malcar. Oh my goodness.
I'm going to say that was a bungle because he could have just done it already. He could have been immediately when this happened. He had to have felt the disturbance in the force or whatever else.
Yeah.
But it also wouldn't have led to that epic showdown between Jaga and Mumm-Ra, which was
that was before.
But still, Jaga fumbled with that. He could have already told him without having to go through all of that nonsense. The Thunder Tank, they should have covered the lid before the lily pad things threw them into the water like
That's
idiots.
Pretty good. And John Travolta. Don't forget about the biggest bunga, John Travolta.
And Ryan not knowing how to say the word over and over again.
Bunglers, what did we learn in today's...
I want someone to see if they watch this episode, what they came up with a bungle.
What was this episode really about? What was this? Was it water?
And I want to know about
laundry.
If anybody else can write
laundry.
If anybody else can write on rice.
That's what I was going to say. We learned about rice writing. That is the most important. Rice writing, Etsy.
And if we can turn back time.
And your prime is evidently your 30s. I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to end, begin. So this is
where you call me a slut. Oh, I mean.
I think this was oh my God. I can't wait to edit this one because I can't wait to listen back at this the shenanigans that happened in this episode alone. My God.
Ryan's going to replace every Ezekiel with the dubbed over version of what he actually the right word.
It will actually be Zack saying it, and he'll just be like, bleep. Jancha Ezuka. But yes, thank you, Bunglers, for joining us this week. The week of Christmas, you will get a holiday special from the three of us.
And hopefully Charo.
And Charo, if we were able to secure her...
We have John Travolta on the case.
And he will say, what did he call it? I was going to say, what did he call it? Dina
That's Adele Nazim.
The wickedly talented one and only Adele Nazim.
I am John Travolta.
You are.
I have the name right in front of me, and I go, Adele Nazim. Zack, thank you so much for joining us on this.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. These are two good ones.
Of course, this is not the end. This is not the end of our dear Zackra. You'll see him literally.
Yeah. I'll see you all soon.
David, it's time. I'm sorry, it's time. I have to do the call of our people.
The call of your people.
ThunderCats. Ho!
Are you telling me that I am a hoe, but I'm past my prime? That according to the laws of this land, Miss Mumm-Ra
a hoe of any age would hoe as hard.
Well,
and that's a hoe. That's a real hoe.
I work hard for the money. Yes, who you calling a hoe?
Sandy!